Hello and welcome to my brand new series on my channel. It is called Hometown and Heroics, as you can probably tell by the title and description. Basically, I'm a Hartlepoolian. That's where I'm from in the UK of England. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hometown, hence the title Hometown Heroics, and I'm going to see how far I can get them through however many seasons I play on career mode. Hopefully I'd like to take them to the Premier League, maybe a mid-table team, once FIFA 17's seen its days and we're all on to FIFA 18. And I'm really looking forward to see where I go. And basically, in this episode, there's only going to be one game, and it's going to be the first game. I sim the invitationals and stuff because I don't think they're worth playing unless you really want the money, and I'm not that fussed. I'd rather struggle with a League 1 team, a League 2 team and go. But from what you can see now is I'm just selecting my characters, selecting my name, selecting a stadium, selecting a team, and then you'll just see me do a few transfers and then it'll be in the game, and I'm just going to briefly talk about it. So as you can see now, we're advancing to look at the invites, and obviously it's all sped up, and when you take an invite, I'd always go for one that pays the most money. And you can see that we're about to advance into our first game pretty soon, but we're just checking what the want from us. It's not a lot. I mean, they don't expect a lot from us as a team, because like we're at the moment, Hartlepool are a League 2 team, and on Friday just gone, which will have been New Year's Eve, I went to watch them Boxing Day play Blackpool. Unfortunately they lost 1-0, which was slightly undeserved. I think we won the first half definitely hands down, but obviously we couldn't convert. And then on the following Friday, which I think was either the 30th or New Year's Eve, we played Morecambe and we won 3-2, but we were 3-0 up after the first half, within the first 20 minutes, and basically, all you're seeing on screen now is me putting in bids for some youngsters that would fit into my squad for their overall rating. We're looking at Maitland-Niles there from Arsenal. Now, he's an 18-year-old centre-mid English. He's got a cracking shot on him, I've heard and I've been told. But his rating, I was told, is roughly in the rating of some of the players at the team, if not a touch better. But the problem with taking people from the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, the wages are going to be high for a youngster. Whereas if you go to a league such as the Turkish league to try and find a youngster, or the Dutch league, the wages are slightly less, as you could have seen with one of the other players. I can't quite remember his name. He's a black fella with a funky haircut. And basically on the training as well, I'm not a big believer in the training. I like the idea of it, don't get me wrong, but I can't play week in week out doing 5 drills, so I just simulate them. And if I did, I could get me players up, because as you can see I put Brad Walker in there for the training. I have Donnelly, the right back, with his fabulous beard, with him only being 19 at the time, with that tremendous beard. But I noticed that they wanted me to scout 4 players, I believe, this season. So I set up a scouting network for 3 months, as I didn't have a lot of cash and I needed to get some players. So we're putting some more bids in for some more players, and we're simming our first game against Pisa, and we win that 2-1. I was quite surprised to win that 2-1, so I imagine they're not that much of a good team. And as we can see, we're putting contract offers in for some of the players. One of the players comes to us, says, "I'm going to play this game." And also, Jack or Jake Carroll, sorry. I know I'm a Hartlepool fan, but I don't know a lot of the players. But like I say, we go into there, more drills done, getting ratings up, which is always a nice thing to see for it, because as soon as the players get up, they can sell for more if they maintain the youth while they're going up. Because I think it's about 25 is when they'll be worth like the most at a high rating, or something along the lines. I imagine Paul Pogba's worth loads, because he'd be like an 88 rated CM for Man United at 22 or 23. I'm not too sure. But again, we're just seeing that we tried to scout someone. I think it was worth about 2.7 from Bristol. It might have been. I'm not too certain on that. I can't really see the screen that I'm looking at. But we keep putting in more contract offers. Hopefully one of them's going to accept. I think it was Mold FC, it might have been. A team like that would have been a good place to find youngsters that have decent potential, because the wages are cheap, which is a good thing. I think his wages was like 900 or £1,000 there, which would have been ideal in comparison to Maitland-Niles, but Maitland-Niles stood out more to me as a player for me to choose. So if it came to the selection, I would have chose Niles anyway, regardless of price. And I think you could squeeze the budget in, especially with these invitationals. These invitationals really help out within the first transfer window. I know in January you don't really have nothing. I think the only bonus you get off the January's off like FA Cup and Capital One Cups. I'm going to call it Capital One Cup even though it's not called it anymore, but I'm still going to call it. Off the Capital One Cup and the FA Cup monies, or if you're in Europe, you get it, or Europe or the Champions League. You do get that just before Christmas, which helps for your January transfer market. But being at Hartlepool, sadly, they're not a Champions League team. Going by the stadium that you can, well, you can't see it because it's not in the game, but I believe the stadium is actually in the thumbnail, as well as 3 players, such as Billy Painter, Scott Harrison, who's a centre-back, very young, which I'd love to keep him all the way through this series, and Louis Alessandro, who's actually one of my favourite players, despite him missing a penalty against Blackpool on Boxing Day, and when he came on against Markham, everyone booed him, which I thought was very harsh. But we keep going with Simon. We've got Reece Oates as actually one of the people to Simon. He's only a 54, 56 rated right mid, and I think he'd be a good little prospect because he's only young as well. I never ever, through any of these careers where they've had training, I've never put like an old person on training unless it was someone remarkable to me, like memorable. For example, Chelsea people might buy Didier Drogba and train Didier Drogba if he's still in the game. I used to do it with Torres because I'm a Liverpool fan as well. And as you can see, we're just making some alterations into the lineup. Louis Alessandro starts off as a right wing, but I fancied putting him left because when I went to see them, he played left. So give me an option to put Reece Oates at right wing as well, which I think was a bit more beneficial. And I know it's silent now because I've obviously all sped it up, but there is going to be the commentators talking over. Well, I'm going to be talking over the commentators, but it will help me a little bit with what I'm talking about, because like I say, I can't really see the screen. But we'll just take some poxy little free kicks with I believe it was Brad Walker I was taking those free kicks with. As you can tell, I'm not that good with lower rated people. But we're kicking off actually our first game against Mansfield. We are at home, and basically, but I do play on Legendary as well, in case anyone was wanting to know, and I think it's very good. Now what I'm going to try and do through these, and I can't believe I spoofed that, which was unbelievable. Featherstone just absolutely blazes it over. But what I'm going to try and do before some more play comes up is, that's an absolute ball and all to Niles, and Niles just, what the fuck's that? Anyway, what I was trying to say is I'm going to play on Legendary, and I'm going to try and include chances from both me and the opposing team, so it's not just me. And as we can see, we've got Louis Alessandro down the wing there. Crosses a lovely ball into Maitland-Niles, and on his debut, that's a respectable goal for a debut goal, especially for a centre mid to be in that position. You've seen him pull it off before he got to the box, and he just nodded it home. It was a very nice goal to take us to 1-0. And I'm not a Legendary player, but I was quite surprised to see that I was winning, because I kind of gambled a bit, to be honest. And right there we have Brad Walker with an absolute crunching tackle. I thought I might as well just include that, and I think that was it was an unfortunate miss from the lads. There's Brad Walker getting his yellow, as he rightly deserved. I'm not going to try and turn around and say that he did not deserve that, because he clearly did. But that takes us up to where I'm about to make substitutes. I'm trying to get more of the lads on that I know and like. Dividix stays on the bench. I took Billy Painter off, put Hammond on, because Hammond is on fire, and there he is there, just knocking it down brilliantly. Knocks it back across, and honestly, for the life of me, I do not know how that header missed. It was a very, very bad miss in my eyes. But what can you do? It was unfortunate, and I believe by the look of the character there, it was Louis Alessandra. But as you heard, I don't know if you heard with the commentator there, Louis Alessandra actually did get man of the match, and he managed to make a brilliant tackle on the right back there and threw it to Patrick Hammond, and Hammond's just absolutely buried it, and rightfully deserved, because I think we were on top. I don't know if I showed the stats might not show it, but I think we did very well possession. Shots on target, as we've seen, wasn't very good because there was some very bad blazers, but I think we rightfully deserved a 2-0 there. And anyway, we're coming up to the end of the episode. I will be recording another one before the comments can be it's been uploaded, so hopefully you have enjoyed it. I enjoyed creating it. We'll just we'll quickly do this training, and then we'll be end off there. I'll quickly save it, and then that's that. But anyway, thanks for watching. My social media links down below, mainly Southern96 except for Instagram, which is just Liam Southern, all one word. So feel free to give me a follow, and I'll be happy to see us again in the next episode. Goodbye, guys.